All right, welcome back to the Back Row Podcast. I'm Jake Rose, and I'm here with Logan Connor, Gavin Falco, Ethan Pringle, Jack Titzer, and Ian and Wyatt Flowers. And today we're talking about GHS prom, NFL offseason rumors, the first indoor track meet of the season, and the MLB lockout. So, starting off with prom, the obvious question is, why are tickets so expensive?
With that, I've been told that, they kind of try to do, a value pack, meaning they put a bunch of stuff in with it. They're giving us...
a shirt and the dinner and all that.
Yeah, they're giving us a dinner and a T-shirt. I
Why
kind of
can't you
wish...
just buy it separately?
I kind of wish that would be separate, because I don't... If you don't want it, then...
Yeah, what if you don't want
it's just
dinner and a
waste.
T-shirt?
I didn't go to prom last year, but I know you did, Ian. Did you go out to dinner after or before?
I went to Subway before.
Okay, so
That sounds
that's
fire,
a
though.
$12 meal instead of paying $70.
It was a good investment.
Let's
it really
see,
was.
Let me give the other perspective.
Pringle, where are you gonna
I
go
went
home?
to this expensive restaurant before prom, and it was probably going to be more for, to go there to feed two people and then buy your 2 tickets for prom than it is to just pay for one whole thing at prom.
Well, the tickets can't be cheap because that's how they cover their expense for renting out the
Oh,
place.
so is it
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah.
it like a
That's
really
how
nice
they pay
place
for
this
it.
year?
Prom is it's insanely
I've
expensive.
Is that I don't even know.
It's at the Garment
Yeah,
Factory
and
in
that's a nice
Franklin,
place.
and it's
But CG, they're $150 a pop.
Yeah, they are.
For
G-
CG.
GCA is $220.
You're kidding.
Good Lord.
Yeah, imagine paying what's that
That's
$500 if you're buying your date a ticket
Yeah.
for prom,
For GCA,
Ugh, no.
You already paid $1,300 to go to school.
and you buy your dress.
I would drop her and go by
tux.
myself.
yeah,
You can
it
find
all
two
starts
money.
adding up.
I can.
Are you positive?
I can.
That's
Ugh.
so much.
And I
You're
think-
dropping $1,000 on prom.
On one night.
Yeah,
That makes
one
ours-
night.
One
Seriously,
night.
and all the clothes and stuff. Oh my god, that'd be heinous.
That makes ours look like it's nothing.
Yeah, it was
that's
at
a
least
lot.
$200
Yeah.
bucks to
70
just rent a suit.
$70 is reasonable for a ticket.
Especially with all
Well,
the stuff.
compared to the other schools, maybe, but what are they doing different?
Well, CG
They have
is
money.
CG,
Yeah,
so-
Center Grove's probably
They have more
some
money, so they
country
ask for
club or
more
something.
money. That's how they get more money.
They're all going all out, and so are we. But $70 is our all out.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't- yeah.
That's how the rich become richer.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, and that's just how they get so much money for their funding and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They charge
And then
ridiculous amounts of money.
I think along with that, I think it's an extra $30 for the after prom. Is it? I'm not entirely
Something
sure.
like
I'm
that.
not
Isn't it like Kings Island?
It's at Kings Island.
though. It's
I'm
like
not going to that.
I think
That's
it'd be
kinda
pretty.
dope.
I think it'd be
Wasn't
pretty
last
fun.
year at Rascals?
When I think of prom, I
Yeah.
don't think of going to Kings Island.
Well, how does that work? Isn't after prom supposed to be like right
Well, it's
after?
the, it's,
I think
no,
the-
it's
That's
the
what I
day.
thought.
It's
I
the
thought
day
it was like
after.
that Saturday
It's
after.
Saturday.
I think you
after
get on a
prom.
bus, don't you?
Yeah, I think they do.
When
that.
I think
So
of-
they just take every single senior and junior. How many buses is that?
No, you don't have to.
You have to, reserve
you
a
don't
spot?
have
I'm
to.
pretty
Yeah,
sure
you
not
have
many
to.
people go, honestly.
You have to buy.
You have to reserve a spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like $30, I think for.
That's not bad for Kings Island because Kings Island dorm is like $200 for one
Dude,
person.
it is Kings Island. I
Yeah.
love
It's
Kings
not that
Island.
expensive
sick.
for one person. It's like maybe $40-$50, but
Nah,
still, it's
take
cheaper
me
to
to
go
Universal
to after
Studios, all the way down.
Was after prom worth it last year? I mean,
Oh,
granted,
it was
at
it was
Rascals.
pretty fun. It was like we had the whole place rented out, and you could do whatever. You didn't have to worry about lines or anything. It was just us. You didn't have a time limit. You were there as long as you. I was there till 3:30 a.m.
That's kind of cool.
It was
Yeah.
great.
That's nice.
And they had
I'd
a-
almost rather do that than go to Kings Island.
They had a
That's
free.
just me.
They also had a free raffle where just for being there you got a raffle ticket, and almost everyone won something. The top prize was a new 60-inch TV.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the worst prize? Like a sticker?
No, they would give you gift cards. I got a $50 gift card to Starbucks, and then
That's ridiculous.
a $25
Yeah,
gift
that's-
card to Ulta Beauty. I ended up giving those. I ended up giving both of those to Maya because I didn't want either of them.
I would have taken the no.
Starbucks? What?
Dude, no, I would have
don't-
taken the
You get some-
Starbucks.
You get some good stuff from Ulta Beauty. Not even half.
Okay, all right. What do you get from Ulta Beauty?
I don't get anything. I'm just saying.
No.
You
Can't say that
No.
without telling me
Yes,
what you
they
get, Pringle.
do.
Get the new James Charles palette.
I will say, I went into Sephora one time with
They got cologne there.
Paige, and I've never felt less masculine.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I just fell out of place.
I
Everyone
did
staring
too.
at me. I was
You
like,
felt wrong.
I was like, people staring at me. I was like, yeah, I'm here.
Can you imagine someone up and asking you what you wanted in there?
Yeah.
Be like, oh,
That's why you
just
gotta
wait
like.
till first.
That's why if you're going shopping with your girlfriend, you gotta like stick right to her so they know that you're with her.
Yeah.
That's some
creep.
I think they have like the cologne hidden in the back corner. If you ever want to like look at that,
Nah, I'm okay.
You gotta get deep in there though.
yeah, you gotta like dig around a little bit.
Anyways.
All right. So next, let's talk about NFL offseason rumors.
God, I hope the Colts get rid of Carson Wentz.
Let's start with the Carson Wentz thing going on here.
Get him
Sounds
out.
like he's not coming back.
Get him out.
I saw this thing, and it said Frank Wright said he loves Carson, and he wants Carson back. But I think it's Ballard who's all like, get Carson out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think Jim Irsay too.
Ballard and Irsay, like,
Although I also did see a thing about that Frank Reich said. He said he believes in Carson, and he thinks he's a good player. Whether that's with them or not doesn't matter. If he's on another team, he'll root for him. But if he's
It's a little bit of a bias thing though too, because wasn't he with him?
he
in
is extremely
Philadelphia?
biased.
Yeah.
He got them to draft Carson, and he loved Carson.
His best receiver is Michael Pittman, who is good,
Yeah.
and he's
And
young.
the next
And then-
guy was T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah,
I mean, don't get me
who's-
wrong.
who's
He was a bum.
Dustin is a bum
I
these
think if the
days.
Colts end up like.
Product of Andrew Luck.
I mean, there's not any draft picks because we gave them up to get Carson, but we're gonna need to either sign weapons in the offseason or like draft them because
Allen
would make your
Robinson.
team so
there's
good.
guys
We need
out,
Chris
like Allen Robinson, Chris Godwin, Mike Williams,
Oh my God.
Christian Kirk. All those
If we
guys
even
are
got
on the
one-
market.
If we
yeah.
even got one of those
I
guys,
don't
that's
wanna waste
compliment
my
my
money on
opinion.
And I don't want to re-sign T.Y.
Who?
Hilton because he's too old and he's injured too
Allen
much.
Robinson.
Why don't?
I think we need like a Mike Evans.
Instead of trading Carson Wentz away or doing
Yeah,
whatever you can do with him, build an actual receiving core that's not a bunch of young players or injury-prone players.
Or try and develop Sam Ellinger more. I think
We
Sam
got-
Ellinger has potential.
He does. I think so too.
I think if we
pass
get-
the right to Jalen Ramsey.
He's like a
That was
white.
your-
No,
Russell
that was-
Wilson.
Oh, well,
that's his first pass.
I think we have our Mike Evans and Michael Pittman.
Yeah,
Who's just
that's
like
kind of
him.
what I was
Yeah.
thinking. He's a big dude and
He's
like
just young.
He's a dog.
yeah, he's still
So we need
like,
somebody
but
like
he still has
that.
time to develop.
Like
He's
a
only
quick
22.
guy.
But
Oh.
imagine having another quarterback with him already. Like that's probably going to stunt his development.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if, I don't know if
know.
you guys
I
saw
agree.
it, but David Bell was talking about how he has had a lot of talks with the Colts already.
I wouldn't mind that. That'd
He's fast.
I don't
He's
think
good.
I don't think he'd drop that far
No.
for us to pick it.
He's not going to go first round.
He won't go.
I think you could get him.
He'll
in
be
the
second round. We have second rounder.
He'll be
We do have a second rounder.
That's exactly where the
And
Colts
we
are.
need a quick guy like him on the team. I mean,
Yeah.
Michael Pittman's the guy with
What,
size,
you
but
mean
we're
a true slot.
a true slot receiver. That's not.
We need
T.Y.
someone that
Hilton.
can create
Zach
separation.
Pascal.
We need separation.
Usually
Yes.
wide receivers
Yeah, in general.
and a competent tight end.
Yeah,
When,
somewhat
Competent
good tight end.
Yeah.
When what's his name?
Ashton
Doolin
Doolin.
is your wide receiver 3.
Yeah,
I think-
You got problems.
I think having a good tight end is better than having a good receiver because the tight end
They're reliable.
Like
Yeah, and you have Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
like a rounded out tight end.
Oh, yeah.
Like a
Travis
receiving
Kelce.
tight end.
You got one of the
Block
best
for
running
him.
backs in the league.
Jack Doyle's a
Yeah, you really
Right.
need a good blocking tight end if you're going to want to run the ball.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the guy we drafted last year, the tight end we drafted out of SMU last year, isn't that bad.
He's not, but I
Kylan
don't see him
Branson's-
being anything like special. So
He'll be like an
Hopefully, he
below average tight
develops
end.
into something that's like a reliable. He could be like the replacement of Jack Doyle.
Yeah, maybe a better route runner.
Hopefully
but-
better than
Faster.
yeah,
Yeah, a little
hopefully a little
quicker.
bit quicker. But
Linemen run faster than that guy.
Oh my goodness.
It's terrible.
It just seems there's always problems with the Colts. Like they have all these marquee players.
We
like
need
Darius
defensive end,
Leonard
too.
And Jonathan Taylor now probably the two best at their respective positions, and they just fall flat because they have
Kinda
star
like the
players
Packers.
and nothing else.
Kind of like the Packers.
Yes, kind of like the Packers.
I will say like our safeties were abysmal this year because they
So
like
bad.
we had like 4 hurt. We had
Anderson,
4.
Anderson Dejo, don't get me wrong, he lays the wood. Like, he hits some dudes hard, but he's,
yeah, but he's
awful
always
in pass
But
coverage.
he's always and then like when he does,
He's had
give
8
a big
concussions
hit.
this
Yeah,
season.
he gets
yeah, he's out for the rest
a
of the
ton
year.
of concussions and he's out for at least 2 or 3 games each year.
Granted, he also dishes out 2 concussions.
Yeah.
It's. And did you see about Russell Wilson? Like,
That's not happening.
I wouldn't
Well,
mind
no, I'm
that.
saying, like-
if it were to happen, that'd be kind of
no, I'm saying Pete Carroll said have no desire to trade him.
Of course, he
No.
says that. It's his job on the line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think Seattle needs to
I don't-
rebuild.
I agree.
I hate DK Metcalf. I hate him.
Kid Metcalf. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if
Well,
I
gives
saw
me-
him in a Colts
I
uniform.
mean, I don't
but-
like him.
He gives me the same kind of vibe as Juju Smith-Schuster.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I hate him.
but I think DK's
What a one-year wonder.
I mean,
Not
no,
even that. He's just
no, just like
No,
a diva.
like a social media influencer that plays
Yeah.
football on the side.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. Juju is annoying.
Odell redeemed himself.
No,
Eli,
I hate
No,
Odell.
Odell is still not ready.
Odell is my
No.
least
Odell
favorite
gets
athlete in the
pooped
world.
on.
Dude, you can't say that.
Eli Apple.
Odell does get pooped on.
Quite frankly.
Yeah,
I
he
feel
was
bad
in,
for
he was in that brown
I
uniform.
feel bad for his knees though.
No.
Yeah.
Dude,
ACL.
he tore his ACL. Nobody touched him. He just like
I
went
hate
for the
Russell
ball.
That's how you tear an
That's how you
ACL.
tear your ACL.
No, not all the time.
Least two favorite athletes
Most
in the world.
Carson
of the
Wentz
time
didn't
it's
tear his
non-contact.
ACL
No,
like
I'm
that. He
just
got
saying.
hit.
Yeah. Didn't he score a touchdown getting hit though?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I wish he would have done that for us at some point.
Oh my gosh.
He's terrible.
Yeah.
Although I will say, so like they're talking about if we can't find someone to trade with,
Which I
then
don't think you will.
they'll just release him. Which I would rather keep him than release him.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm
Because I don't
saying.
want to be stuck with Sam Ehlinger as our
Especially
QB1.
if we don't know what he has to offer.
I mean, how many snaps did he play like in game? Like I know he played a lot of preseason snaps, but
He
played
only
maybe 4 snaps.
whenever he was in, he would like hand the ball off
yeah.
for like 2 times, and there was like once I think where he took it himself.
Yeah, we brought him and Carson at once. One
I mean,
time.
he's
And
got-
him,
Low-key
like,
tank, dude.
Dude, he's got
good.
an
I
arm.
like
He's
him.
got a cannon.
I really like him.
I think he's got potential.
It's better than Jacob Eason was.
He kind of reminds me of Drew Brees. Not as good, but like his like body type and like a little bit better arm than Drew Brees, but like just kind of the same kind of player.
I think Jacob Eason, we gave up on him too early, but I don't think he was going to be anything. He just chucked the ball at Jalen Ramsey and
He's a
expected
gunslinger.
it.
Yeah.
He's like, who should I throw at?
I
Best
mean,
player in the
T.Y.
league.
Hilton's on the ground, and he's still.
He's
threw it.
always on the ground.
All right, so first indoor track meet of the season is Friday.
How you guys feeling about it?
Who runs track in here?
Not me.
Is it just you, Jake?
Yeah, but
Jake,
I'm
are you a
not.
tosser?
I'm
I
not
can tell
throwing
a
at the
little bit
meet
about it.
because discus is the only throwing event that's not at the meet. But
So you only discus, you don't throw shot put?
yeah, I'm only discus.
I will
So-
tell you, it is super nice facility. Like, there's not a
UND.
lot
Yeah,
of
it's
room.
at UND.
That's
For
what
as
I've
many-
heard.
For as many schools as like that's there that compete,
Oh,
it
there's-
takes forever.
There's
to
at
do.
least 20 schools
But-
plus at
No
that meet.
way. Like
Yeah.
tonight? Like
At Friday.
or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. Yes, and it's
Dude, that's
it's
cool.
all indoor, and there's some.
Is it in the bubble, like the giant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in that bubble.
Like your ears pop every time you walk in. And out.
Oh God, I've heard it's really nice there.
It's super nice.
I heard we have a promising team this year. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I mean-
there's a lot of.
I
It's
mean,
a lot
there's
of
like
young guys.
400
Yeah.
kids on the team.
It's
So
a lot of
always is.
sophomore and freshman type guys.
they're quick though, like Bassler, Hessig. Those are some
Yeah,
quick
yeah.
dudes.
Bro.
I heard Bass was good. Did you know 200?
I don't know. I'm
Well,
not sure.
The fastest kid in school doesn't run track. Sitting right next to me.
Ethan Pringle.
And one of the fastest guys that throws instead of.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
the
that's
two,
'cause no one
the
hit
two
his bare
fastest kids in the
hamstring.
school don't run.
Yeah. Why isn't he running like sprints?
Who?
Rolette.
Oh,
Because he's
I-
always throwing.
He's a meathead.
Doesn't
and
make
he's
sense.
like, I want to throw.
he's the fastest guy, second fastest guy in the school.
Hey, all love to Roulette though.
All love to
All
Roulette.
love
Some
to
respect
Roulette. He's
for
good.
his
He's
name.
good at what he does.
Well, Colin Robbins, myself, don't run it either.
Yeah.
But like, I just think it's more of a social event than it is.
Really.
Yes, and I've done it.
I mean, I'm not
for
gonna
6
lie.
years.
Call me lazy, but like, I
I have no.
don't
It just
know.
doesn't
I
seem
just
fun.
have
You
to
don't wanna
just
run.
run.
You
I
don't
don't have
wanna-
a desire to do it.
It doesn't seem fun.
to go out there every day and run constantly. Like I hate running, so why would I do that?
I feel
Yeah.
like the only point in track is to better yourself at another sport,
I- no.
unless you're really
Yeah.
good
I
at
can
track.
see
people
I don't
really
disagree
good
with
at
that. Yeah.
Like Mayhew, like yes, he played football, but I'd say he's a better thrower than he'll ever be a football player. And that's not any disrespect to his football ability.
I mean,
That's
if you're
just-
good at track,
that's just what he is.
and feel like if you're good at it, you're good at it.
You would
and
agree
can
with
take
that
to
too,
the next
probably.
level. But I feel like the
No, he
majority of
wouldn't. He
people
loves
do
football.
it for other sports.
I mean, yeah, like one of the most of the coaches actually that got upset with me not doing it this year was because they thought I was lazy or whatever. I just like I'm going to a new school next year. I need to
You're moving on.
pay for it, and I don't want to spend hours out of my day at a social event when I don't think I improve athletically from it.
Well, and you're not.
And
You're not doing it in college. So
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah.
You know, like we're seniors and we're kind of getting to the end of it. This road, you know, it's
Like
we're kind of
maybe-
moving on.
Like
you
maybe
know?
if Jack and Pringle did it, just because they're juniors and they're going to be football varsity starters next year.
Yes,
maybe
sir.
if they did
Jack's
it-
speedy though.
Be nice. Be nice to
Hey,
Jack.
as Logan said, there's like 400 people that do it. Like,
Yeah, that is crazy. There's
Like it is a social event. It
I
has
feel like if
been
you're a
nothing more.
freshman,
You
like,
wait the whole
don't
time
really
just
know
to
what
run your
sport to play,
event.
but you're gonna play a sport,
You
you
show
run
the track. Yeah.
Just run.
Exactly.
It's a good way to introduce things.
And plus,
I'm
it'll
glad
make
I
you
have an
better.
excuse
no
not
matter
to do
how
it.
like slow you are, you'll get.
Yeah,
faster
it'll
when
make
you're
you
on
better.
track.
I mean,
I always
Watson-
wanted to.
Watson-
Watson really recruited it this year though too. I feel like that's why there's a lot of people.
I always wanted to do track, but I also had baseball, so I could never do both.
Dad, I'm so glad I had baseball instead of track. To be honest, my dad tried to get me to ask Bass to do both.
No. Why would you do both?
You definitely could.
You could.
Well, no, I
That's
asked
what Luke Hommel did.
I asked him and can't do that because I'm not a pitcher.
Yeah, the only way you could do both is if you're a pitcher only.
PO.
I'm not gonna
Dang,
do
I
that
could-
though.
I'm about to.
Which don't get me wrong, I'm fine with it.
Jake,
So-
count me in on the throwers. I'll be there. I'll toss some discus with you.
Yeah.
Who's the best thrower on our team?
Mayu and Gardner for disc and
Shot.
shot.
Gardner's just a unit.
There's
Majors
mass.
are
Mass
units.
moves mass.
Mass
He
Mass
was the one
moves
that,
mass.
Was recognized.
He went to
as-
regionals, didn't he?
No, they both went to the regional. Yeah.
Let's get beat. Didn't Gabe go?
Wasn't
too?
Gabe pretty good too?
Yeah, Gabe was solid.
No, that's
Gabe's also a big man.
That's a unit.
He's a unit.
Just say 8-0.
All right, last topic, MLB Lockout.
Wyatt, Logan,
Terrible.
On this one.
Stupid.
bad.
It's so dumb.
please
So
describe
bad.
because some of us have no idea what you're talking about.
Basically, what's happening is the MLB Players Association and like the owners and the commissioner, all the higher ups, can't come to agreements on payments and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so the players want more money and more respect, which the owners are not giving them.
Well, they
Don't know
need cap
why.
space.
More money.
Yeah,
Good
I'm-
Lord.
not necessarily more money, but like
More money for the lower.
league takes more percentages than like the players actually do.
The players still make more
This
money
is-
than any other athlete in the USA.
But the thing
Because they're
is,
greedy. And if you have somebody who's greedy, they need the money. If they don't, the
I don't
way
think,
that
the, I don't
MLB
think
is,
the players are greedy. I think the owners are greedy.
it's
Yeah.
more of if they don't get their money, they're not going to play.
It's
That's
all
how they
legal
are.
Stuff like
and yeah, part of this is a lot for minor league players too,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they are not
Yeah.
paid anything at all. I
Well,
mean, they have to.
They have to
live-
work another job.
Yeah, they have to work another job. Most of the guys who are below AAA,
most
and
of
even
them-
if you are in AAA, like you're barely making
Yeah,
like
most of
probably
them-
$50K a year, and a lot of them have to
That's
live
just
with
sad.
other guys in an
5
apartment.
dudes in an apartment, like a 2-bedroom apartment.
And
I've
the-
seen multiple videos about that.
I
And,
think
like,
that was part of it.
And I think only one team, which is the Astros, like provides housing for its players.
So they changed that this year. That was
Yeah.
part of the new thing that everybody in the minor league you are required to give housing to your players in the minor leagues.
which was huge.
It's
Yeah,
huge,
big
really,
thing.
yeah.
There's an incredible gap between the minors and the majors.
Yeah, like payment and
That's
I
why
think that's what they're trying to figure out. And they're not agreeing to it. Where the more money is going to go to the lower players rather than all the people in the MLB. Although they're still asking for money.
Problem with the MLB, like in the major league part, there's no salary cap.
yeah,
That's
No,
good.
yeah.
like
If there
yeah.
was extra money, there is. I mean, I'm sure there's money to go down to the minor leagues,
Oh,
but
there's
it'd be
plenty of
easier
money.
if there was
There's
a salary
plenty
cap.
of money.
They need to just enforce
We need a new
salary
commissioner.
cap.
Yes.
We need a
And
new commissioner.
There's going to be a lot of people that would be upset and have to take pay cuts if they did a salary cap.
No,
but
there needs to be a salary cap because you look at teams. The World Series 2020 World Series, the Dodgers and the Rays. The Dodgers had one player that was making like almost more money than the whole Rays salary cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rays had one of the lowest salaries
They had
in
the-
the entire league,
Yep.
and they made the World Series. And the Dodgers had
get teams-
easily the highest
well, that's the
paid
thing
team
is,
besides the
You get
Yankees.
teams in high markets like the Yankees, the Dodgers,
The big
like,
names.
You have
yeah,
no salary cap. Only big market teams.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's
I
no
don't-
Your
way.
Astros, your Dodgers, your Yankees, those guys are going to be the big guns.
That's why the
'Cause they-
NBA, like, slowly as they increase the salary cap now, big market teams.
Well, I think the NBA also they get a lot of views. Like
Yeah,
you're saying, like
the
a lot
minor
of
doesn't
league-
get enough views.
The minor league things, like I mean, they should
But
get
the
paid
MLB
more
does
than
still make more
50,000,
money.
but not that much more, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
and the problem is they don't
Enough to
broadcast
live with,
anything like the minor league games. They
Yeah.
don't put that out
No.
anywhere.
You don't see.
Like G
You
League
have to
games,
go.
G League games, you see some G League games on TV. Not very many, but you do see some. But like
Yeah.
minor league, I
Like-
could not tell you a single time I ever saw a minor
No.
league
Even
game.
on-
Even for major league, like sitting down and watching 9 innings of a baseball
That's
game.
also
it
something.
takes
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, it takes
Like I love baseball.
They
Don't
need
get
to
me wrong.
speed it up.
Baseball,
They need to get it going.
in my opinion, is the greatest sport of all time. But it's just so boring to watch.
Yeah. Unless you're there. If you're there, it's
so
cool.
hard.
If you're
Yeah.
there, yeah,
It's a
fun
cool
to see the
environment.
crowd.
There's
Yeah,
so
it's
many
really
things.
cool.
There's so many things they need to fix, and Manfred's not getting it done. They need somebody new.
New commissioner.
New
Manfred's
commissioner.
terrible.
Manfred's awful.
Did you guys see? This is like kind of irrelevant, but did you guys see that the Astros owner bet like $9 million on the Bengals to win?
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's a guy. It's a guy
That's
that's like
very relevant.
Mattress Mac.
Yeah,
Huh?
he's not
Mattress Mac. He's not an owner of the Astros. He's from like Houston.
He's a fan of the Astros.
Yeah, he owns a
You
mattress store in Houston.
No, we're not
and he
kidding.
bets millions of dollars every
Dude,
year on
the source I saw literally said that he was the owner.
He's not the owner.
Probably said
Damn.
owner of something.
Yeah, owner of
Astros
mattress
fan.
store.
Maybe
Houston.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
But Dude, that's a lot of money.
There's just so many things that need to be done, and they're just not doing anything
Maybe
about
it's
it.
the presentation part for baseball, because like football, I can't watch a single game of football and be like, yeah, this is boring. Every game I watch, there's something at least exciting happening. Baseball, no. Like I think maybe it's
People are trying to hit the long ball way too much.
Well, it's a game of failure, so you don't see a lot of
You
success
don't see a lot
happening.
of exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, that's the kind of the part that sucks, because you're not seeing a lot of cool plays happening all the time. You're just seeing
like in the
routine.
NBA and the NFL.
what
know,
you're seeing is some
ground
people
outs.
pumping some gas.
Like in NFL games, you have like multiple highlights a game. In an MLB game, you're maybe lucky to have one.
That's why it's like universally a game that people enjoy to play more than
Yeah.
actually watch, because
It's just hard
playing
to get
is so much
engaged.
better.
It's so hard to get engaged to a game.
Like soccer doesn't have.
God, you can't
Like-
ever. You couldn't pay me to watch a soccer game.
I know. Soccer is more fun to watch than baseball.
Oh my God, no.
I don't know about
I
that.
still
disagree.
don't think so.
I think you're
disagree.
overhating on it.
I think you're overhating.
No,
it.
listen. I will go to Greenwood High School and watch a soccer game.
No,
If
no,
you
not
want me
high
to
school
sit
soccer.
down on my couch and watch some freaking
The U.S.
soccer.
the U.S.
you
men's
have-
national team. You're,
Yeah,
that's
no.
heinous.
Well, I think,
It's
yeah,
heinous.
like personally, I don't like to watch soccer either. I find it boring. But if the whole world, it's their favorite sport to watch, then
Yeah,
they're doing something.
There's
right.
a reason.
Well, they also don't have NFL, and they also don't have like.
I mean, that's
it's
why
not-
they're
That's,
trying
that's
to-
their
But, like,
sport. That's their
yeah.
sport. That's all they've got.
If you you would think that if it was so entertaining to them that it would have caught on over there, but it didn't. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I
We're
just-
trying. We're going to Germany this year too. The NFL is.
God, what are we
Yeah,
doing?
they are doing that.
What are we doing?
We got Germany, we got Mexico, and England, I think.
Yep.
There's no way we can have an international league.
No.
There's no way.
No.
No.
Too many
Nobody
games.
likes. Nobody likes it enough.
People-
Soccer just
too
gets
many
easy,
people
you
get
know?
hurt.
Like there's like the
It's a
yeah,
weird game.
like the Euro League. Is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
There's so
That
many
all
leagues
confuses
there.
me.
all
Baseball,
weird.
soccer.
Especially like they look like
And
little,
it's not football and basketball.
they look like little stick figures on the TV. and they just put a little ball around.
don't know.
I don't get it.
Jack, no football.
all right, that's gonna be it for this week's episode of the Back Row Podcast. I'm Jake Rose again with Logan Connor, Gavin Falco, Ethan Pringle, Jack Titzer, and Ian and Wyatt Flowers. Until next week.
See you.
Until next.